welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I will be doing baby girl's 4-month update. I will be covering basically all the milestones that she has surpassed thus far. So without further ado, let's jump right into this video. Now, the first thing that I want to address is her weight. So I weighed her this morning. I figured I should have put this in the last update that I did, but for some reason I did not remember. So I decided to include it this time. So I weighed her this morning and she was approximately 15.6 pounds. So obviously baby girl is getting very, very heavy, okay? You can feel it in your arms. Anyways, the other thing I want to touch on is teething. I strongly believe that she's teething because she drools a lot. Not only that, she's always blowing, bless you. She's always, bless you. Bless you. She's always blowing spit bubbles. She's always chewing at her hand, chewing at other people's hands. So for instance, sometimes I'm giving her the pacifier. She's pulling my entire hand in her mouth. So anything she can get her hand on, she tries to put it in her mouth. So by the looks of it, it seemed to me as if she is teething. Her doctor's appointment is coming up pretty soon, so I will definitely confirm that. One more thing I wanted to point out is that normally I would put mittens on her hands to prevent her from putting her hands in her mouth, but this little girl is at that point where she's actually pulling the mittens off. So at this point, those are of no use. And I think I have a clip of that, so I will definitely include that. This little girl is 3 months and 2 weeks, and every time I put the mittens on her hand, she keeps pulling off the right one. So I just put it back on. Hello. What are you doing, Amy? What are you doing? No, this little girl has some strong legs on her. No, like sometimes when she's laying down on her back, I try to pull her up in the morning, like for her to sit up, you know, do her regular stretches and stuff like that. This little girl, especially in the morning time, she's extremely active. When I try to pull her up in sitting position, she's trying to get on her feet. So she's moving from lying to standing up. I'm like, what in the world? So she is definitely trying to move really, really fast in regards to that part. And to add to that, she is definitely trying to sit up. Of course, with support, so she always has to have something behind her and beside her and stuff like that. Recently, I've noticed she's able to balance with only support from behind. So for instance, if I put her in the couch, she's able to sit with the support of the couch behind her without anything at her sides. Before that, she would normally be leaning forward, but I realized that she's getting... Little girl, what are you doing? Realize that she's getting out of that phase where she's leaning forward all the time. So now she's able to sit up on her own. And something very interesting that I found out yesterday, actually, I actually caught it on camera. This little girl, I put her in the sofa to sit down. I mean, I'll insert a clip so you can see. I put her in the sofa to sit down. So she was kind of leaning. The way I put her to sit, she was kind of leaning. This little girl pulled her body up from leaning position. I was like, what? And she did it multiple times. Take a look at this one. What are you doing, little girl? Watch here. Sit back. Sit back. No, girl, you're strong. Sit back. You don't want to sit back? Come, sit back. Strong girl? Are you strong girl? Huh? Honestly, I am very impressed with her so far. I feel like she's making great progress. I'm very, very proud of her. She is also very, very attentive. So for instance, if I'm watching the TV or anything, this little girl will sit there and will watch the TV with me. It could be a program that's an hour long. She will just, as long as she's fed and she's in my arms, of course, she will just sit there and be watching the TV with me. She's even more interested in the stuff that I am watching in comparison to her kids program. So when I put those on the TV, it's like she's not that interested. But when it's regular stuff, like for instance, if her dad is using the TV, if he's playing football or whatever he's doing, she is just there sitting attentively. If I am watching other YouTube videos or if I'm watching any program on TV, she is just looking. So with that, I have to be mindful of the things that I watch, because this little girl is paying attention to every little thing. So that's one more thing to note.
Put it out of there, as you know, and put it in the thing in the water, and she's about to carry this thing and go feed them. Look at that. Oh boy. Look at that. Hola. How are you doing? Oh. How did you know that the chickens are thirsty? No, she said something like that spin or something.
Go let me go get.
What am I doing exactly?
Look, your mouths are open, look at them.
Oh, so that means I'm thirsty? Achoo, look at them, the bomber shit over this one.
I must say, she has not laughed as yet, but she's smiling more these days. I mean, for the past, I want to say she's been smiling more for the past week or so, ever since she's 4 months old. Oh, by the way, she is actually 4 months and 1 week currently. No, maybe in the past week or so is when I've noticed that she's been smiling a bit more. Before that, you had to be doing a bunch of stuff just to get her to smile a little bit. No, she smiles. Hi! Hi, pretty girl. Hi! No, she smiles so much easier. She's not at the laughing stage yet, but I feel like it's coming, because sometimes when she's smiling, she's like growling at the same time. So she's like this. Right, baby girl? Right? She's like growling whenever she's smiling. So I'm like, I feel like she's going to be laughing pretty soon. So we'll see. I'm actually looking forward to that. But yes, she has been smiling a bit more lately. But overall, she's not a very smiley baby, but she smiles sometimes for us. So yes, that's one more thing. She has also been using her hands a lot more. So she's holding on to stuff. The one thing though, whenever she holds on to stuff, like for instance, I'll give her her passy, she'll hold it in her hand, and then like 10 seconds later, she'll throw it, and she doesn't even realize that she's lost it. So she is holding on to stuff in the moment, but then a few minutes, not even a few minutes, a few seconds after, she just lets it go and doesn't even realize that it's not in her hand anymore. So yeah, but she holds stuff now, so that's good. She has also been touching my face, trying to explore, and with that I have to ensure that her nails are cut. Right now I'm still trimming them every week because this little girl, her nails grow extremely fast. Sometimes she's touching my face, like if she's laying on her back and I'm right over her, she's touching my face. Sometimes she's clawing at my skin and it's hurting, but I'm like, you know what, she's exploring, so let her be. Yeah, so I do try to cut her nails though to ensure that she doesn't, you know, do too much damage. So yes. Another thing to note, this little girl has started recognizing food for the past, like I want to say 3 weeks now. And for the past week, since this week actually, I have been introducing her to solids. So I have decided to make my own homemade baby food for her, and she is doing pretty well. She loves to eat, so that's good. right? The baby loves to eat. The baby loves food like mommy. Huh? The baby loves food. So she's doing pretty good so far when it comes on to baby food, homemade baby food that is. Another thing to note is that she talks to herself a lot. Like sometimes she'll just be sitting in her swing and she will just be there chatting up a storm. I'm like, what is happening? But whenever I try to pull the camera out to get her, it's like for some reason she always stops talking. So yeah, so that's very interesting. She's always there talking to herself. Sometimes she do talks to us though. Like if we talk to her, she'll talk back. But a lot of the times, whenever she's down and she's comfortable, that's the time you'll hear her mostly talking to herself. In terms of her sleep schedule, she now sleeps 4 to 5 hours a night, pretty much the same as her 4 months, I think. Yeah, so she's sleeping 4 to 5 hours a night. So if you put her down, sometimes she doesn't even want to go to her bed till like 10-11 o'clock at night. But when you put her down, she'll wake up like early morning, like maybe 4 o'clock, 3-4 o'clock thereabouts, and then she'll wake up again at 7 o'clock. But mind you, when she wakes up at 7 o'clock, you better get up because she will not allow you to sleep any further. As long as she's up, you have to be up, and that is the most active time of the day for her. In the morning, she is so full of energy, right? You are so full of energy in the morning time. So that's the time when I have to get up to try to play with her. And some mornings I am just cranky, especially if I did not get a good night's rest and so on. But whatever the case is, I still have to ensure that I am up for her. So yeah, very, very active in the morning time. Another thing to note is that this little girl loves her pacifiers still to this day. She loves them so much, and they have been a big help because that is what helps me to get work done and keep her occupied, you know, for a few minutes or so. Another thing I want to add is that she has not yet started to roll from her back to her belly, but she does from her belly to her back just the same, except now it's just more frequent and it's just like that. Like she rolls literally all the time. As soon as she is up, that's how you know she's ready to be taken up, when she rolls on her back. But yeah, she has not rolled from her back to her tummy as yet. So that's one more update, right, baby girl? One more update. One more update, right? Smile for the people, right? You're a big girl. Yes, you are. Hi. I just want to say that this little girl right here is my pride and joy. That, like, I did not think I could love anybody this much, and for some reason it's like as she's for some reason as she's growing, it's like I'm building such an attachment to her. It's like I'm falling in love with her more and more each day. It's so weird compared to the first day when I brought her home. Like, our bond right now is amazing. She is so attached to me, it's ridiculous. Right, baby? Right? I try my best to give her words of affirmation every single day, because I want to build her up and let her know that she is enough. I want her to be a very confident little girl. I do not want to break her down. I want to be the one to build her up, because at the end of the day, there will be others out there in the world who will do that part. They will want to do the breaking down. So I have to make sure as a mother, I build her up. So I ensure that I give her words of affirmation every day. I think that is very, very important. So yes. Right, baby girl? Yes. You are so smart. And if you ever see this one day, I just want you to know that mommy loves you very much. Yes, you do. Mommy loves you very much. You are smart. You are blessed. You are loved. Okay? Remember that. Alright, pumpkin? Say bye to the people. Say bye to the people. I think that's pretty much it. So with that being said, I'm going to end this video right here. Are you tired? Are you tired? Huh? Are you tired? With that being said, I'll end this video right here. If you liked it, give this video a like. If you're looking forward to seeing more videos from me, subscribe. And with that being said, I will see you guys in my next one. Say bye. Say bye-bye. 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 Bye. Take your hand out of your mouth. Say bye.